All right, you guys, welcome into this community chat. This is going to be the reading for the moon in Capricorn opposing Jupiter in Cancer. All right, it looks like it's happening exactly at 6 degrees and 50 minutes of both Capricorn and Cancer, and it's happening at the planetary hour of Jupiter. All right, so 6 p.m. is the time frame. Currently starting this reading here, it's 4:47 p.m. I'm going to take a look at the seventh degree of Capricorn where the moon is and see what this energy speaks about. All right, so from the 6th to the 10th degree of Capricorn, it speaks about wisdom. The 7th degree is a veiled prophet of power. It says the visionary, typically inhabiting the margins of society. Some people are gifted to see what is coming and announce it to their group. Insights into what to expect of life. Whether it is a small family or a world religion, a group that exists has its own identity and purposes, which are above and beyond the individuals that comprise the group. There is a group soul acting as the group consciousness and communicating its perceptions and plans in some symbolic form. This is the God of the group, whose face is the collective projection of group members and whose earthly voice is carried by those whose openness, faith, and sensitivity enable them to be a medium for its messages. All right, so this one speaks about supremacy. It says, few learn to see what is the essential nature of existence. These people succeed. All right, so that's the moon in Capricorn. We're going to look at Jupiter in Cancer at the 7th degree and where it's going to be opposing its energy. And from the 6th to the 10th degree of Cancer's energy speaks about growing. The 7th degree is two fairies on a moonlit night. And it says here, visiting otherworldly realms. In contrast to nature's beauty but stark cruelty, there is another realm that we inhabit through fanciful imagination, expanding our imagination of what is possible. So it says, in contrast to the stark reality that can be seen as kill or be killed, in the imagination, we are freed of the ruthless traits of earthly existence. We can dream of fairies in the moonlight and transport ourselves into the astral realms. Although non-physical, this realm has its own magical ways and its own power to create reality differently. Welcome in, you guys. Thanks, Tiff, for being here. All right, so this opposition is obviously of the energies. Fourth opposing the 10th. It has a lot to do with the home opposing career. We spoke about that earlier. I did want to pull together the Oracle of the Radiant Sun and pull from this specific deck, but I did pull the energies in the book to read upon what this speaks about. So Jupiter in Cancer's energy in the book of the Oracle of the Radiant Sun speaks about speculation. All right, it says, in order to expand and develop their lives, people with Jupiter Cancer feel a need to keep and develop their strong sense of family roots and traditions. This desire to be around and care for those or others may spread into work for a community at large, which may be seen as an extension of the family. Jupiter Cancerians also benefit from exploring their talent for historical research or for expanding their understanding of the past. The early family upbringing of people with the Jupiter Cancer combination has usually been supportive and comfortable, and so they try to pass these qualities on to those surrounding them. If not inheritors of material possessions, they're certainly inheriting strong family traditions, and most usually both. Often people with Jupiter in Cancer receive a family inheritance that may become the basis for establishing a family business. People with this planet sign combination usually have an excellent feeling for acquiring property and for improving its value once it's in their ownership. Their own home may at some time be used for gatherings or a religious, I can't say this word, philosophical or educational nature. When this card is drawn during a reading, it indicates the questioner to look to his and or to her family for support or even financial help with regard to the question asked. The speculation card is also a good indication of a successful outcome to an imminent property deal. A legal situation involving the home, running a family business from home, exploiting an inheritance to the benefit of the family. Now, the moon in Capricorn energy speaks about practicality. It says the moon in Capricorn character can be a little cautious and restrained in expressing true emotions. They always seek practical and material answers to emotional problems. Rarely will this person show what he or she feels to be weak expressions of feelings in any situation. People with this planet sign combination care how other people see them and tend to hold their feelings in order to maintain an image of outward calm. The position of the moon in this sign also indicates an oversensitive reaction to imagined or real slights from others. The moon Capricorn's position in society contributes to his and or her emotional well-being, and people with this planet sign aspect usually have an emotional need for prominence and recognition and may have a family history of achievement to live up to. Whatever degree of achievement this is, moon Capricornians have strong family links, with the mother in particular representing a profound influence. Drawing this card suggests that the person to whom it refers will be brought prominently before the public eye. It indicates ability to the political or a community field. If this is not already part of life, it could become important. The card suggests exceptional organization abilities that need a vehicle to bring about success. Often, the practicality card indicates the assistance of a prominent or a successful woman in advancing the career of the person asking the question. So, this has a lot to do with the following events: social work, practical assistance, recognition for patient and unassuming work, and achievement through diligence. Okay. So let's get into the spread. I'm actually going to pull together the energy of Angel Tarot as well. All right, so I feel like it's heavy on this 4th house, 10th house. All right, whether it's home or starting a business from home. I want to see what Spirit has to say about that. All right, so let's start off with Oracle of the Radiant Sun. See what's going on. All right, so it's giving Mercury in Capricorn with organization. All right, so heavy on organization overall in one's career. Has a lot to do with Mercurian energy, so it definitely can be through the media, through communication. All right. The moon in Taurus is here as well. So heavy earth energy has been coming out today a lot. I'm seeing 10th house and the 2nd house, which obviously it's a trine. So something working auspicious. The moon in Taurus is exalted and where it feels the most comfortable. All right. And then we've got Jupiter in Capricorn with the energy of control. Let's see what else. 10th house out here twice. Patience, Jupiter in Virgo. Okay. Heavy on the Jupiter energy, which is all about wisdom and knowledge. The moon in Pisces with empathy, more so meaning that you have some sort of gift, all right, or insight of some sort of, could be clairvoyance. Okay. Let's see what else. I'm seeing Pisces to Taurus's energy with the moon cycle, so it's technically at a sextile, meaning it works harmoniously. And I'm seeing Mars in Gemini, a major decision coming up here. Mars in Aquarius on the bottom of the deck with some sort of energy of rebellion. All right, expressing discontent with authority. Saturn in Libra, devotion, having to sacrifice and devote a lot. So whatever type of organization you may be in connection with, it requires for you to be exalted, comfortable in the home environment, feeling that you have a sense of value, creativity. Jupiter in Capricorn, there is a sense of control, but it's the reason I feel you have to put in a lot of hard work. I'm seeing 10th house, 6th house here. All right, so it does require lots of organization, lots of patience, because it requires for you to share knowledge. All right, with the moon in Pisces, you could be an empath. This could be the decision that you're making, and you may feel that this can cause some sort of disruption, or I don't want to say disruption, but it could cause some sort of controversy here in whoever seems to be in authority and how you've been devoted specifically to whatever it is that you're doing. Again, for career, for work, or however you're part of this organization. Okay. Let's see. Welcome in, you guys. If you guys are here, please hit the like button. Let me know you're here. Wave a hi. 5 of Wands flying out the deck there. All right. Definitely giving me some sort of controversy here. There's that Saturn and Libra energy, and where we see it here with devotion. 3 of Swords. All right. Something's happening in the energy where it requires for you to overcome some sort of heartbreak, loss, separation. Seems to be challenging for you. It can be that you feel in competition. All right, some sort of conflict taking place. Welcome in. Who's this? Honey, be true to you. 4 of Cups, the moon in Cancer. There it is. All right. So this could be like an emotional thing is what I feel. All right, like something maybe making someone react out of control. All right, meaning if they feel a sense of heartbreak or if they feel they've missed some sort of opportunity here. Interesting. So be careful with explosions, all right, specifically emotional explosions within the next hour or so. Ace of Pentacles is here. We see the Nine of Wands, which is the Moon in Sag, remaining optimistics, the King of Wands. All right, this has a lot to do with Sagittarian energy and where it looks like you're meant to be sharing knowledge at this time. There's the Devil, that Capricorn energy with the Moon. So here's the opposition happening overall with the Moon in Capricorn, okay? Opposing that Jupiter Cancer energy. There could be a sense of control in having attachments to someone's emotional state. It's kind of given a blow up, I'm not going to lie. Why is that? Justice, Queen of Wands. This could have something to do with a couple. I'm seeing the Queen and the King of Wands out here. All right, Aries, Leo, Sag, trying to bring something into balance. Okay. Why is rebellion here? Ten of Pentacles, family. Again, it could be fighting over someone's inheritance. Okay. Devotion. Five of Pentacles. This is the energy of Mercury and Taurus. It has a lot to do with work, denoting anything that has to do with travel, with the media, with transport, anything like that. But this could be someone has made you feel left out in the cold. Okay, when something traditional is very much in this energy here. All right, so if you are in part of a spiritual community and this organization requires for you to communicate and remain exalted in the way that you feel emotionally, there's a sense of control that you may have that you feel you need to teach others with the wisdom and knowledge that you have. All right, if you're getting empathic messages, then this has a lot to do with controversy here and how or when you choose to be devoted to something and expressing that discontent with authority. Okay. So that's what I see being very controversial, is over someone experiencing heartbreak, loss, separation. All right, again, being overly devoted when you feel that you're missing out on some sort of opportunity here and nothing is being presented with this Ace of Pentacles. You continuously trying to move forward and remain optimistic with the Nine of Wands, yet with this teaching ability, and there's this opposition of control over one's emotional state. Okay, so something has to come into balance so that when you do align with your counterpart or whatever it is that you do creatively, because this is a passion, all right, it aligns in the way that it's supposed to. Interesting. So I'm seeing here there's a big jump from the Five of Pentacles to the 10, meaning if you had everything and you have nothing, all right, it requires for you to be either accepted into the family, accepted into someone's legacy, or again, feeling like someone was left out of a home possibly. Okay. Let's look at the energy of the organization. How are you a part of this organization? There's that Jupiter in Libra energy. So again, this came out in earlier's reading and where it was speaking about negotiations, all right, business deals and or negotiating marriage contracts and things like that, having to go through counseling, a period of rejuvenation, resting. All right, let's look at the Moon in Taurus. You want the home environment or anything that you feel that you have invested emotionally into a creative project or whatever it may be. All right, you want to be sure that the negotiation ends up coming out right, that this is part of your destiny. 10 of Cups, I like that. All right, so emotionally you do feel balanced. Show me the Jupiter in Capricorn energy. This would be you being a part of an organization that allows you a sense of control, being that you are seen as a leader in that specific organization. All right, Eight of Swords. I'm seeing a Jupiter with Gemini energy here. All right. That's just trying to, it's like trying to expand the mindset and having so much on your mind. It's like, what do you do with that? It almost is like being able to see past the illusion of something. When we looked into the energy, it's speaking about you tapping into a different realm. This requires for you to overcome the energy of the mental, being able to relax and enjoy the energy of your emotional state so that you can tap into the realm of other worlds. You understand? Being able to tap into your empathic state. So it's almost requires for you to be, um, how do you say it, adaptable to the changes of your conscious mind into your subconscious mind. All right, like being able to go into meditation so that you understand what's happening here, especially if it's part of you involving yourself in this spiritual community, this organization where you're a prominent member of a specific community. All right, yes, that's what this is. All right, with the sun, so it requires a lot of patience, it requires a lot of work for you to look into the details of things. Virgos are perfectionists, right? They're very detail oriented. They have to make sure that they're very analytical. They look into the facts of things, okay, in order to share that knowledge with others. I want to tap into this empathy energy here. Okay. The Five of Swords and the Page of Wands. There's a need to detach more so from the mental state overall in order for you to really get into the imagination of what's happening on the other side. All right. Wow. Let's look at the energy of the decision that takes place. This again could be the controversy that takes place. All right, going back and forth with someone in an argument could be of significance. Some sort of reciprocity here, going back and forth. What is that all about? Someone's plans for the future, okay, and how they're going to be moving forward. Two of Cups. They need to make a decision whether this is going to be something actually balances you out. Once again, we were looking at justice earlier, and it looks like the controversy actually happens right over here. Five of Wands, Three of Swords, Four of Cups. Someone's really not feeling the energy of what the conflict is bringing in. All right, it feels like you have to continuously fight over and over whether this is part of a relationship, whether this is part of you building some sort of career from home. Something requires balance. Okay. Whew, this is a big deal. So this is like you being able to tap into what spirit is telling you, being that you're part of this organization, and you can control what it is that other people do not understand of what's happening, let's just say astrologically, okay? Because you're able to tap into that other realm. All right. What else do we need to see here? I want to clarify this opposition again with the Devil and the Moon. All right, Moon in Capricorn, or we can look at this at Capricorn opposing Jupiter Cancer. I'm seeing the Page of Pentacles and the Five of Cups. It feels like a sense of grievance in where you've already started a new skill, okay? The Page of Pentacles is trying to get through that message. This could definitely be a phenomenal achievement, but the Moon in Capricorn is at its detriment. It's not comfortable there. All right, it feels that you have to more so go through this sense of authority because it's Saturn's energy opposing the Moon. This would be like a mother figure, father figure going back and forth about who receives some sort of inheritance, or who gets to work from home, or who gets to, you know, who leaves the home and who stays, that type of thing. Interesting. Let's see. So we've got the Five of Wands out here. We've seen the Five of Swords. We've seen the Five of Cups. There could be massive changes that are happening right now, especially getting closer and closer to this moon in Capricorn, bringing in some sort of completion. Looks like you end up getting a wish fulfillment here. I'm seeing Jupiter Pisces. It has a lot to do with the spiritual sense of something. All right. You end up getting what you want, even after it causes some sort of conflict. All right, this is exactly what we see here. The need to make a decision is that Mars and Gemini energy. Nine of Swords, it causes depression, anxiety, worries, fear. All right. You're not sure where something's going. I saw Nine of Cups, Nine of Swords. So there could be where it's almost like you're not sure what's the next step. The nines are getting very close to where in tarot you hit the 10, you start all over again. You know what I mean? So the Hermit here. There's a lot of soul searching, a lot of progress taking place. Where you're going to be advancing, I see you feel pretty confident. You feel you're in the spotlight. All right, you may enjoy having some sort of victory or being the one to present something, all right, to the community, to the collective, however you want to look at that. I'm seeing Jupiter Capricorn again with the Two of Pentacles. Again, this is the energy of control. So you know who it is that you are pretty much working for. You have a higher power over you. to be able to step into the realms and see something in a different reality. Okay. When you go into hermit mode, it's a heavy meditation. It's a heavy time of soul searching. Again, you're being guided by the wise elders, should I say, in order for you to make the right decisions, to move forward. Three of Wands, taking action, not being afraid to do so. That's a Sun in Aries energy. It could be that this is the best way forward, or you need to move a little bit faster in order for you to receive what it is that you want. If you have the knowledge, you're meant to share that so the collective understands what's going on. That type of thing. Show me the Six of Wands. Two of Pentacles. Understanding that you are a prominent figure in this community. You hold position to be able to bring something to the light. Okay? And you have a position of control. All right? Four of Pentacles, Sun in Capricorn. There could be major achievements that are meant to take place there. Two of Swords. Specific companions that you have to deal with overall. All right? The Hangman. Understanding that you are in a state of, in a different realm. Understanding something differently. And then you're going to have people that are searching and or looking into what you're speaking about, or this could be you inquiring information to return back to the collective. Okay. The World card. So we understand where the shift is going to take place. All right, for future. This is a little bit advanced for others. All right. So for those that don't understand the astrology, and for those that are really not here for a spiritual sense, this reading may not be for you. All right. This is in this has a lot to do with career from home, is what it's giving me, okay? For those that are empaths, for those that are light seers, for those that are in the spiritual community, and you have been devoted for a while now. Let me get into the Angel Tarot here. All right. All right, so this specific deck, if you guys don't know, those who watch know I give out dates. I will read through. We're going to get into the energy and see how Spirit is guiding us here on this journey. Jesus loves you. Thank you so much. I know that. All right, let's see what's going on. Ten of Cups is here. God, Master of the Universe, Divine Warrior, confounds the wicked and brings victory and peace. All right, so that's what I definitely see happening here. Mastering the universe. If you're seen as a warrior, that's that Nine of Wands energy. That means you've remained optimistic. You've remained fighting. All right, it's coming out as the Ten of Cups. It's in Mars in Pisces energy overall. All right, meaning that there could be this energy of the need to escape. Let's see what's going on. Ten of Pentacles, the honorable God. Inner and outer work helps one keeps their job and protects against disasters. So we're seeing tens now. As I said, things are coming to completion. All right, this one is, it's giving me this energy of, if you're doing inner and outer work, it has a lot to do with your journey, specifically your transformation, if you are transforming to go on a spiritual journey here. So if you do this as your job, it's protecting against whatever disaster may be taking place, bringing in victory and the energy of peace into one's life by confounding the wicked that surround your energy. Okay. I see 5:10 on the clock. All right, so I'm seeing half. It's something about half. Okay. I don't know. Spirit just says someone that gets it done. Maybe you get shit done. You know what I'm saying? You get shit done. Especially if it's what you do for work. Let's take a look. King of Swords. Come in. All right, you guys. So what we're looking at here is the King of Swords. Victory grants victory and protection from lightning. So I see a lot of victory here. Especially if you are in this energy of the Divine Warrior. All right. So you're not going to stop fighting for something, or God's not going to stop fighting for you up until you receive a victory. King of Swords is someone that is very intellectually, understands pretty much what the mission is what I want to say. Okay. Whatever the attacks are, you can understand what's coming through because you're tapping into a completely different realm. I see the word exalted here again, and where we've seen it with the moon in Taurus. So you should feel comfortable having a victory in your home environment if you are definitely part of this organization and you're putting in your work, okay? Keeping that job. The Lovers is here. All right, Archangel Haniel, joy of God. It says joy and pleasure brings happiness to couples and removes negative energy. All right, so that's what I see here. Heavy on the Gemini energy. Okay, and where we now have, we spoke about Uranus and Gemini. So there's many changes happening in one's love life, and it's going to be affecting as well those that are in your home environment. Are you able to keep this job? Have you fulfilled your job? Do you stay remaining concentrated on your job? Let's look at the Ten of Cups overall with the God Master of the Universe. I want to clarify this. Divine warrior energy and bringing victory and peace in. The King of Wands. See what I'm saying? We saw kings come out in earlier's reading heavily. So eloquence, you're giving answers for those that are in doubt. I love that energy. All right, not everyone is going to believe the journey that you're on. Again, this reading isn't going to be for everyone. Let's look at the Ten of Pentacles with inner and outer work, helping one keep their job and protects against disasters. I see justice here. Again, bringing things back into balance. Justice, making the truth known in court, causes the innocent to prevail. All right, so if you were unjustly accused of something in the spiritual community, then this is you like pretty much clearing your name. All right, I see the King of Swords, the King of Wands. I'm seeing fire and air in opposition. All right, so this has to do with the mental and physical work that you've been putting in. All right, helping you keep your job. There's justice here. All right, so lots of victory I'm seeing. Lots and lots of victory. King of Swords with the Fool card. This is bringing in your brand new beginning. You're going to be assisted with difficulty and great undertakings. So those that tried to take you out, it only led you to a new path. All right, and it kind of gave me that energy earlier where you were going to be ascending to the following level. Okay, and we're going to clarify the Lovers with the joy and pleasure, bringing happiness to couples and removing energy, negative energy specifically. So for those that I said were in separation recently with a lover, a partner, or releasing yourself from a home environment, could have involved anything. All right, it could have been you leaving your job. This was for the better, so that things around you could be happier. All right, and align you with where you need to be emotionally first before you choose to move into something having to do with your practical life. So I'm seeing the Ten of Cups, meaning emotionally, Ten of Pentacles in your practical life. Okay, you can't surround yourself by something where you don't feel wanted, or you don't feel not that you're in your comfort zone, but you don't feel this energy of, how do you call that? I'm trying to get the word out, it won't even come out. All right, you just don't feel that you can concentrate there. If it has a lot to do with your mind, you can't feel balanced in an energy where you don't feel comfortable. Just how I feel. All right, Six of Pentacles is coming out again. You don't feel reciprocated. Thank you, Spirit. I'm like, oh, I can get it out. Divine grace. All right, so curing some sort of energy of rage or pestilence around you, and again, absolving the energy of those that may be guilty. Okay, so if someone unjustly accused you of something, Spirit wants those spirituals to go in and say, okay, this is what's going on. We understand why these transits are happening the way that they are, why things are conflicted in the home environment and or in career at this time. All right, and it's to bring in a sense of pleasure. Those that are doing the inner and the outer work are meant to keep their job. All right, they're being protected against disasters, and if there's some sort of disaster in the tower moment happening around you, it's because you're supposed to be heading into a brand new beginning, and you're being assisted with bringing in justice to a very difficult situation. Okay, let's see. So I'm seeing definitely all elements here. I'm seeing fire and air. I'm seeing earth and water. So we have the King, and the King is the top court card that you can have overall in the suit of Wands and the suit of Swords. And I'm seeing the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles, which is the very top that you can receive before having a brand new beginning. So now that everything has been finalized, I see the reciprocation coming in, where things should be cured at this time, and having a brand new beginning brings nothing but joy and pleasure into your life, removing whatever the negative energy was so that you can start over. All right, let's see. Queen of Swords. All right, so ritual and ceremony can acquire all the treasures that are hidden of heaven and earth. So once again, if you're on the earthly plane and you are an empath, you're able to tap into those heavenly realms and understand exactly what's going on, because as above, so below, right? Down at the bottom of the deck, the Page of Swords, I see God the Refugee. It says, governs dreams and reveals the mysteries that are hidden from mortals. This is a lot of people don't know about what's going on as above, so below, right? So this is bringing hope to all of the earth. All right. Now, let's get into the book. Let's see who resonates with this energy. I'm going to call out birth dates, time frames. All right, and we're going to get into it. You're going to know if this reading is for you or not. Let's take a look at the Ten of Cups. That's the very first card that came out. Interesting, because it's almost the very last card in this deck. All right, so this is Ten of Cup, Angel Halael, God, Master of the Universe. It says, I will greatly praise the Lord with my mouth. Yes, I will praise him among the multitude. So this is you praising the Lord in front of a community of people. One born under Halael influence will have a lot of energy. They will love the military and be distinguished by bravery, talents, and actions. Halael confines the wicked and provides deliverance from their oppressors. Soul guardian for those born from 11:20 p.m. to 11:40 p.m. Moral guardian for those born on the 29th of May, the 9th of August, the 20th of October, 31st of December, and or the 13th of March. We're looking at the physical guardian for those that are born from the 5th through the 9th of March. So heavy on the Piscean energy. Okay. We're looking at the 10 of Pentacles with the following card. And this one here speaks about the honorable God. This angel's name is Manadel. It speaks about, it says, Lord, I have loved the habitation of thy house and the place where thine honor dwelleth, meaning you feel that you belong here. This angel helps you keep your employment and maintain your means of livelihood, serving against disasters and deliverers from prisoners, or delivers prisoners. Manadel gives light to distant people who have received no news for a long time, and will bring exiles back to the native land and uncover lost and or stolen belongings. Soul guardian for those born from 11:40 a.m. to 12 p.m. Moral guardian for those born on the 24th of April, the 5th of July, the 15th of September, the 26th of November, and or the 6th of February. Physical guardian for those born from the 11th through the 15th of September, which I see as Virgo's energy. We just called out Pisces and we just called out Virgo. And we're looking at earth and water, and where the opposing energies right now with the north and south nodes are, it's meant to align you with a brand new beginning so that you're a part of your destiny at this time. Okay. Now, what I do want to say is, I'm going to read this again. It says, Manadel gives light to distant people who have received no news for a long time, and will bring exiles back to their native land and uncover lost and or stolen belongings. This angel is helping you keep your employment and maintaining the means of livelihood, serving against disasters and or deliverers from prisoners. So if there was something that was stolen from you, let's just say it was your inheritance, okay? The honorable God is going to come in and make someone understand that there is a sense of protection around you. Okay. Now, my nose is going crazy, you guys. This only happens when I'm channeling. So if I'm messing with my nose, that's the reason why. King of Swords with the number 11. Okay. We have the exalted God here. It says, the Lord liveth and blessed by thy rock, and let the God of the salvation be exalted. Those born under this angel's influence will become a great person, learned and celebrated for their personal talents. Layuwaya governs renown, protects against lightning, and delivers victories. Soul guardian for those born from 3:20 a.m. to 3:40 a.m. Moral guardian for those that are born on the 30th of March, the 10th of June, the 21st of August, the 1st of November, and or the 12th of January. Physical guardian for those that are born from the 9th through the 9th through the 13th of May. So we're looking at a heavy Taurus energy here. Okay. So in this deck, we're looking at the King of Wands, the King of Swords, and how high you can go up when it comes to your mental and or your physical. We're looking at Virgo and or Pisces energy, and we're looking at the highest that you can go in opposition to, where we're looking at the South Node and North Node, which is karmic challenges and or heading to your destiny. Okay, let's take a look at the Lovers, which is one of the archangels in this deck, and Hanael. It says, the Lord is gracious and compassionate, slow to anger, and rich in love. The archangel Hanael brings happiness to couples and removes negative energy. He rules over the order of all principalities. Okay, let's take a look at this King of Wands. All right, this is the God, the merciful judge. The Lord is merciful and gracious, slow to anger, and plenteous in mercy. So this is like God having mercy on you, okay? Those born under Daniel will be industrious and active in business. They will love literature and will distinguish themselves with eloquence. So again, we're speaking about Jupiter and Cancer right now. Jupiter has all to do wisdom and knowledge. So this is for someone very knowledgeable with literature specifically. It's just like you're going to spiritual college, okay? Daniel provides consolation, helps to obtain God's mercy, and rules over justice, councils, attorneys, and magistrates. Soul guardian for those born from 4:20 p.m. to 4:40 p.m. Moral guardian for those born on the 8th of May, the 19th of July, the 29th of September, the 10th of December, and or the 20th of February. Physical guardian for those born from the 20th to the 24th of November. We're looking at a heavy, I want to say, what is this, Sagittarian energy? Yes. Heavy on the Sagittarian energy with the King of Wands. It's interesting because I'm seeing Taurus on the King of Swords and Sagittarius in this specific deck on the King of Wands. Okay. Let's see. Following card is Justice. So again, we're bringing in justice, all right, to the collective. Where is, okay, here we go. We're looking at the invocable God. It says here, judge me, O Lord my God, according to thy righteousness, and let them not rejoice over me. So we're looking for justice for being unjustly accused of something. All right. Those born under Kalael will possess integrity and love truth and will distinguish themselves in government. Kalael makes the truth known in court, allows innocence to triumph, and confounds the wicked and false testimonies. Soul guardian for those born from 5:40 a.m. to 6 a.m. Moral guardian for those born on the 6th of April, the 17th of June, the 28th of August, the 8th of November, and or the 19th of January. Physical guardian for those born from the 13th through the 17th of June, which is a heavy Gemini energy. Okay, so overall, we always know justice has a lot to do with Libra's energy. In this deck, we're speaking about Gemini. Okay, Gemini's energy would be things that are being communicated. Okay, the Fool card here, the Exalting God, which obviously the Fool card is always the first card in the deck. We're looking at the Exalting God. But thou, O Lord, art a shield for me, my glory, and the lifter up of mine head. So this is your brand new beginning. The person born under the influence of this angel has a skillful nature, being blessed with great wisdom. Bahuaya will assist you to undertake and execute the most difficult things. Soul guardian for those born from the 12 a.m. to 12:20 a.m. Moral guardian for those born on the 20th of March, the 31st of May, the 11th of August, the 22nd of October, and or the 2nd of January. Physical guardian for those born from the 20th to the 24th of March. I'm feeling like a heavy Aries energy there. Okay, which typically the Fool card can be seen as Aries because it has a lot to do with the new astrological chart. This is like you presenting a new you out to the world, okay, after getting some sort of justice of being unjustly accused of something. All right, it has a lot to do with you needing to keep your job. You could be a public speaker as well. I didn't notice that, but the King of Wands and the King of Swords are both public speakers. Okay, let's take a look at the Six of Pentacles. All right, so this is the favorable God. So I'm guessing you've caught favor, all right, from the divine here. The favorable God, it says, let thy mercy, O Lord, be upon us according as we hope in thee. The person born under this angel's influence enjoys good health and will be happy in their enterprises, esteemed by those who know them, and will frequent sophisticated societies. Aladaya protects those guilty of hidden crimes, governs rage and pestilence, and cures diseases. Soul guardian for those born from 3 a.m. to 3:20 a.m. Moral guardian for those born on the 29th of March, the 9th of June, the 20th of August, the 31st of October, and or the 11th of January. Physical guardian for those born from the 4th through the 8th of May. So here we are again with the heavy Taurus energy. All right, the Queen of Swords. Let's look at the God, the hope of all earth. Okay, it says, because thou hast made the Lord, which is my refugee, even the Most High, thy habitation. This angel may be asked to help and acquire all the treasures of heaven and earth. Hamamaya will protect against fraud, weapons, wild beasts, and infernal spirits, and governs all that relates to God. All right, so there's a heavy protection around you. Soul guardian for those born from 12:20 p.m. to 12:40 p.m. Moral guardian for those born on the 26th of April, the 7th of July, 17th of September, 28th of November, and or the 8th of February. Physical guardian for those born from the 21st to the 25th of September, which is a heavy energy of like a Virgo Libra cusp. Okay. The last card here is the Page of Swords. And we're looking here at the refugee god. All right, so why standest thou afar off? Why standest thou afar off, O Lord? Why hidest thou self in times of trouble? All right, the person born under Hahahaya will be gentle and witty and possess discreet manners. Hahahaya governs dreams, will protect against adversity, and reveals mysteries hidden from mortals. Soul guardian for those born from 3:40 a.m. to 4 a.m. We have moral guardian for those born on the 31st of March, the 11th of June, 22nd of August, 2nd of November, and or the 13th of January. Physical guardian for those born from the 14th through the 18th of May. So again, heavy on the Taurus. So a lot of Taurus energy has been coming out overall today. So we've seen it earlier in the spread coming through with the Hierophant with the energy of the Empress. We saw the Six of Pentacles, which is a Moon and Taurus energy. It came out again in the Oracle of the Radiant Sun. All right, so we have to understand that we're completely out of this Uranus and Taurus transit. It will retrograde back, but that's not happening probably up until probably October, maybe. All right, we're officially in Gemini energy. So I feel like this is the transition in where we are required to start focusing in on our spirituality. Okay, and where you stand, the decision that you make. Gemini is making a decision. Again, the Lovers having to do with bringing balance to a situation. All right, so if you in your spiritual journey, if you are doing spirituality for work, okay, I see you being a public speaker. I do see you being someone that is having a position of authority in a specific organization. I do see that you may have been unjustly accused, and now that you are now seen as a divine warrior, it shows that you've done the inner and outer work in order to help you keep your job. Okay, we were definitely be spiritually attacked since like about last week or the week before that. All right, because there was the need to clear out those people that are no longer supposed to be part of the spiritual community, those that are fake. Okay, let's be clear. So those that have lots of knowledge, I'm seeing the Page of Swords, you're interested. Queen of Swords, you have knowledge. King of Swords, you understand? Like you are acquiring as much knowledge as possible to continue moving forward. I like this. Brenda says, I'm exhausted. I'm sorry. I'm completely sorry. I see a lot of air energy in here, so it has a lot to do with the mental. Are you mentally exhausted? That means you need to go see a therapist, too. That's what that means. All right, baby. Let's see what's going on. Anything else we need to see that the angels want to let us know here? Five of Pentacles, the forbearing God here. So patience reveals secrets of nature, spreads knowledge and industry. A lot of people don't have the patience to sit back and listen to what I got to say. So if you guys are exhausted, you might want to come back a little later on. Okay? Okay. Let's see what's going on with this energy. Patience. That's what Jupiter is, all right? It has a lot to do with temperance. Tempering your energy. All right, so you can understand what's happening around you. So you have the ability to tap into the realms so that you have the ability to gain the wisdom and the knowledge so that you know all the secrets of what's hidden and what is up, what's seen. All right. Nap time, Brenda. All right, let's see what's going on, you guys. We're revealing secrets of nature here for those that didn't know. And whether I feel like I'm teaching or not, yeah. The Lovers, again, Gemini energy. Okay. See what's going on. I feel like the angels are overly protecting couples at this time for sure. Okay. And decisions that are being made at this time. Uranus being all about the future, right? Stepping into the sign of Gemini, there could be a lot of communication right now that's being shared. So have patience, okay? Queen of Cups definitely having a lot to do with spirituality. And for those that are empaths, the need to explain this could be of significance for those that have no belief in it, all right? Others are going through transformations at this time with the Death card here, okay? Let's see. Yeah, and there could be conflict happening overall. Five of Wands. So there could be competition of what someone believes versus what you believe. But if you are seen as a prominent member of your organization and you know what the fuck you're talking about, let's be clear, you're going to be the one to step up and say something. All right, you're meant to reveal the secrets that are of the unknown to others. This is going to be you teaching something that is hard for someone else to understand, should I say. That is giving me that Jupiter Virgo energy, all right? And we're with Mars and Virgo right now. So people could be criticizing your work. Be patient, fuck what they say. You're here for a reason, do your job and move on, right? Let's see what else. Yeah, share your knowledge. It's an equal give and take. What you put out there, you get back. It's the energy of reciprocity, right? Let's see. So something could have been like a big challenge for you overall. That's a Saturn and Leo energy, that Five of Wands, which is the first deacon in tarot. And yes, I am going to take a minute out to read it because I'm going to be patient with this one. Generosity. You're doing something out of generosity. Saturn and Leo's energy is an opportunity to shine, being asked to perform for a good cause, teaching creative skills to those that are less talented, okay, and helping with education of children. So those that have learning difficulties at this time, okay? So share the knowledge that you have, okay? This is part of you keeping your job. Boo-boo. Just kidding. Nine of Pentacles. I like it. Mercury, Virgo energy in its exaltation, and or you could say in its domicile. All right. And I'm seeing Six of Cups at the bottom of the deck here. So this could definitely be something that was inherited to you. All right. As a child, something that you grew up with. All right. There could be memories or something that's bringing back the past for whatever reason. All right. Let's look at a Mercury, Virgo energy. So this requires for you to have, again, patience, for you to be very detail oriented. Let's see. It's like, how can you go spread knowledge that's false? You have to have the facts, the details about something. Mercury, Virgo. Okay. So it says caution. Detailed craft work, cataloging, a laborious task needing much care and patience, and the restoration of order at work, and need to plan ahead. All right, so if you're looking into the details of something, and this is something that you're supposed to be reciprocating at this time, this is you reaping the fruits of your own labor, even if it looks like you're not getting anywhere, but there was some sort of controversy or something challenging in the background where someone's viewpoint of something, which Spirit is telling me to go back to Mars and Gemini so I can explain what I felt earlier, and where it was coming through, where you needed to make a decision. This could have been a heated argument, someone cross-questioning someone, and or a fight over a contract or some sort of regretted letter. Okay, so something has to close out here, and you're being the one to be put into the forefront to make someone make a decision about, okay, have patience. We've already we have revealed these secrets. Okay, now it's about how you're going to continue spreading that knowledge through your industry, through your organization, through your institution, or however it is that you teach those that have learning difficulties. Okay. All right. Devotion. Again, Saturn, Libra. You put a lot of long and patient work into this specific project, whatever it may be. All right. Now, when I speak of devotion, Vesta is the asteroid of sacrifice and devotion, and it has a lot to do with spirituality. It's in the sign of Scorpio. Okay, so for those that are going through specific transformations, you guys are going to know what it is head on first, and it's going to tap in emotionally first. Secrets, Scorpio's energy. Mystery, Scorpio's energy. Things that are of the unknown at times, because you can't fully understand what you feel. Scorpio energy, you understand? All right, it just feels like a mystery. Secrets, things that are hidden, need to be revealed. Has a lot to do with knowledge about the occult, things like that. Okay. Lisa, Amir, Brenda's here. Tiff is here. La Unique One is here. I love you guys. Thank you for being here. Who's this? Gemini Love is here. CW Chose is here. Yeah, I'm shouting you guys out. Okay, who's my top fans today? Tiff, Lisa, and Brenda. You guys are my top 3. Thank you all for supporting. Okay, let's close this out. Anything else? Anything else? I got about 10 more minutes, you guys. I like running my readings about an hour long for those that don't know. Anything else we need to know? I'm seeing Saturn Pisces energy, which speaks about a lot of loss, but it does speak about knowledge about the occult. Saturn Pisces, loss, events, a feeling of loss, situations involving hospitals and or health clinics, work in the field of complementary therapies, counseling others, and or developing interest in the occult. Okay, so it requires someone to emotionally withdraw at times. I do feel eclipse season is going to be of significance here, as I'm seeing the sun and the moon there. Okay, so that's coming up in September. Saturn will retrograde into Pisces on September 1st. I keep saying it to everybody. I don't know why that's of significance, but it is. The Emperor here, heavy on the Aries energy. So that could be your boss. That could be your father figure, whoever it is, you know what I mean, that you're tapping in with. This could be a sense of authority within yourself. You could be having to remove yourself from a workplace that no longer serves you because it is creating some sort of conflict, because you finally saw and or heard or understood the truth about something that may have been hidden from you. Someone that has given you now the knowledge that you have, you're like, oh, something like that. Okay. 10 of Pentacles could have been holding you back from your inheritance. Okay. 5 of Cups here. That is a Mars and Scorpio energy. It speaks a lot about endurance, about you having some sort of phenomenal achievement. I don't see the Pentacles going any lower. I see 6 of Pentacles, reciprocity, 9 of Pentacles, independence, freedom, reaping the fruits of your labor, to the 10 of Pentacles. It means like you're moving on up, not on down. All right. And this could be in your practical life. So I see you keeping your job, basically. Okay. I see you keeping your job. Let's see. Page of Cups, 4 of Swords. It may be time to take a vacation as well. All right. And again, this has a lot to do with some sort of research project that's going on here, especially in the spiritual community. You could be highly intuitive. Page of Cups, people want to understand, how do you know what you know? Once again, as above, so below. If you understand, you understand. If not, that's why I'm here to tell you or teach you about secrets of the universe. Okay, to continue to make progress. All right, you could be waiting for your ships to come in. There's a sense of assertiveness. You feel you need to continue going in this direction because every day you learn something new. All right, you're being led by the wise elders. For those that are spiritual, those that are tapped in with their soul consciousness, or what should I say, their inner consciousness. You understand how you're being guided. Okay, yeah. Leading the star here. Investing, I see Saturn in Taurus. This could be something that brings in a large financial commitment, all right, in the long run, with you being seen as a spiritual leader, being a teacher, being someone that's very wise, all right, public speaker, that type of thing. All right, so it looks like you've been a little challenged here. Could have been that people were trying to come for you, all right, while you were on this journey. 5 of Pentacle energy, Mercury, Taurus. And again, you could be doing something worldwide, online, in the media. Mercury, Taurus. Speaks about resistance. You could have been definitely receiving a lot of resistance from a specific community. All right. It says often discarded when it appears in a reading denotes a need to focus on financial thinking and can be an indication that the questioner must look at accounting, economics, or business advice. So if you're starting up a business in the spiritual community, alternatively, it may denote work and travel, meaning your astral traveling. We spoke about that. All right. Transport and or things in the media. You could be drafting contracts, haggles over document wording, insurance policies, discussions about beauty and or art, or something you do that's creative, and or again the need to take financial advice. So if this is you starting up a business, Saturn in Taurus would say, ooh, like you're doing something that seems to be a little like scheming. No, it's because you're starting up your business. You put the long and patient work, you've gained the knowledge, you are obviously part of this organization and where you're meant to teach others about what they don't know, and you can make money off of it. I don't see what's the problem. Okay, shit ain't free around here. What the hell y'all think this is? Just kidding. Let's get into the wisdom of the oracle before we go. Let's see what Spirit says. Well, hot damn. How about that? Everybody's like, when are you going to start doing personal readings, Jazz? Crazy, right? One more shuffle, you guys. Doing things by the book. Following the rules, the laws, the unwritten laws, should I say. All right. So there is a sense of hierarchy here. Truth be told, whoever's leading the pack here knows the truth and expects you to put in the truth as well. Okay? It's like take the mask off of what people actually don't see happening around us. Yang, you're going to be the one to persevere and continue taking action. All right? Being very ambitious towards your passion. There's a change in the wind coming because something's been going round and round. I feel like Spirit had enough. Okay? I see the numbers 11, 12, 14, number 1, and number 25. So take those dates as they resonate for you. I have given many different dates with the Angel Tarot deck. They may resonate with those specific angels and those specific meanings. You guys can run that back if you want to. Okay. Again, I feel like Spirit is saying we're going to do things by the books this time because there's the truth that needs to be told. Those that are taking action and that are going to be the ones to make this change happen, it's because change is necessary. Something keeps going round and round and round. All right. And if you are highly intuitive, you're the thinker, by the way. Uranus now being in the sign of Gemini, we're going to be looking at revolutionary change in those that understand, those that use their mind properly, those that are in deep thought, should I say. Okay. And we also have Pallas that's in the sign of Aquarius, which is having to do with a lot of wisdom and knowledge. Okay. Let's take a look at what else comes out here. It's like, how are you going to utilize your thinker? By the way, that card's number 44. That's also seen as a master number. Yin. And it's funny because it's falling right under Yang. Something requires a lot of balance. What did we speak about earlier? Moon in Capricorn, opposing Jupiter, Cancer. We're looking at 4th house, 10th house. The mother figure, the father figure. You understand? Yin and Yang. It's necessary here. All right? Balance is needed. So it looks like the feminine energies are going to be the ones stepping in during this time with this moon in Capricorn. So those that are having the ability to hold positions of authority, okay? It's because you're very flexible, you're very adaptable, you're very versatile with the way that you're able to understand something, that of earth and of heaven, okay? Now, to the sea, I forget what this card means. I want to read it out though. Number 7. To the sea. It says being in flow, returning to source, recognizing how pieces fit together, a natural pattern of events. So I'm going to read it through the oracle's message. Isn't it wonderful when you feel yourself in the flow of life, when events and conditions seem to engage you in a way that is fluid and effortless? This card reminds you that going with the flow is exactly what you need to do right now. Ride the wave of opportunity formed by perfect conditions. Allow trust and faith to guide you forward as you flow like a river into the sea of life. All right, so your protection message here says when external conditions appear to block every attempt to move forward, there is no hidden message for you to decipher. Like the ocean, the tides of experience ebb and flow. You are in a natural cycle, so know that things will flow again in due course. There is no cause for alarm. Stop resisting and fighting against the situation and learn to flow even when the tide is going out. Relax and trust in the abundance that will soon be within your reach again. An ancient mariner's saying applies to you now. When fishermen cannot go to sea, they stay home and repair their nests. So this has a lot to do with changes that may be happening with your career and or your home. Okay, so to the sea, and it looks like happy is here as well. So you should just be in this energy of happiness, contentment, joy, peace. All right, living a lovely life and feeling like you got everything you need around you, treasure island. All right, I love you guys. I'm going to leave the reading there. I hope you enjoyed it. Everybody hit the like button on your way out. Again, PayPal, Cash App, Venmo if you guys want to donate. If you want to become a member of the channel, it's all in the description box below. And if you want to donate a deck to the channel, Amazon, Walmart, I'll check you on the next one. Love you. Bye.